Hello friends, today we are going to be folding rose napkins. Napkins that match my rosette tablecloth, which match my tapestry, which match my over-the-top Featheringtons inspired dinner party. So let's get into it. Now I just have a simple satin napkin, which I'll link where I got them below, that I folded in a triangle, and I didn't bother ironing them because we're gonna roll them and fold them, and nobody's gonna see the creases until you unfold it, and at that point hopefully they're distracted by food. Now I held the middle of the bottom of the triangle and loosely started spinning, twirling, whatever you want to call it, rolling, just because these are slippery when they're kind of like that satiny fabric. But if you have a cotton napkin, you won't have to worry about this. You just need to worry about getting a loose roll across and work your way upwards. Now I'm showing you this length here, which is a shorter length, and what we're talking, when I talk about shorter length, I'm talking about the little almost petally leaves that come out the end. So not important right now, but just eyeball where we're at on this napkin and keep that in mind. It'll be important later. So pulling out the end of the corner roll just to tighten up some of the rolled fabric. You don't have to, I just found it easier. And then I use my left hand to hold down the middle of the rolled fabric, and then I'm using my right hand to essentially roll the corner towards the center. And it doesn't have to be a perfect roll, we're just kind of folding it, getting it in there, and that's what's going to be creating our rosebud shape. Now, if you're using a slippery fabric like a satin or a silk or something, you might notice that it's slipping out a little bit, and that's okay. You can just use your fingers to readjust it and keep the rolls more centered for now. I think it's easier when you're doing this to have them kind of all flat. You can loosen it up and adjust the depth of their faux petals, if you will. So we've rolled the rest of it. You leave a little bit of a tail. Now, I feel like we're having like some bang bang shrimp or something here, but you take the tail and you just need enough that you can tuck it in over the outermost roll just to secure it and keep it from coming undone. It doesn't have to be super tight, but it needs to be snug enough where it won't pop out on its own. So you might have to finagle it a little bit, and that's okay. So see how I'm kind of adjusting the depth of the flower there? Very easy to do. But we just take the edges of the upward facing little tails and pull them out, and that's what makes your little flower petals, if you will. Now you can see how short they are. That's personal choice. I did it that way. I'll show you again in a second with the longer ones, but you can see how you can adjust the rose petals if you want them to be more protruding or you want them flat. So I did the same process again, but this time I left an extra inch or so of fabric that didn't get rolled up. So you can see that there's a longer tail in that pointed part of the napkin. So it's going to create a longer petal slash leaves, whatever we want to call it, that the rose kind of sits on. So you can see already as I'm separating them out, we just kind of fold them over, and they fold naturally out, so you're going to be able to tell exactly where they go. So you can see here, it's a little bit longer, there's a little bit more plush to it. I personally like the shorter ones, but I think the longer ones look nice too. I think it's personal preference. Here's what they look like on my table. I hope you guys make these on your table. Have fun, experiment with lots of different color napkins, and this is perfect for napkins that don't have a lot of starch and hold on them. This is a great and easy napkin fold. Enjoy!